Yeah, so nice. Everybody. Whoops. Of course, so nice to see you.
Go ahead.
I'm happy to be here. We got a lot of work to do.
When Nick gets elected,
I think it's phenomenal at this convention. She was brilliant. She was terrific.
Thank you.
Senator Ayotte?
Great to see you.
Senator Ayotte, a quick question.
Yes.
Looking at the Democratic convention, the media this morning didn't seem...
Yeah, sure, Kelly. You want my answer?
Well, I'll take both of your answers, actually. The senator and the voter. It's great. It's wonderful. It didn't seem like there was an awful lot of enthusiasm out of the Democratic convention, as if they might even get a negative bounce out of it. Are you more or less confident about the election after seeing everything from the no one could have done it to the vote on God to the two conventions, the one for the camera and one away from the camera?
Well, I think what we saw certainly a series of the president gives a good speech, and certainly a series of speakers, but what I came from away from the convention, two very different visions for this country. With the Democratic convention, nobody explained to me, first of all, how we can pay for anything that they talked about. You really didn't hear the emphasis on the $16 trillion in debt, and no real discussion about how do we get our economy moving. In other words, painful failed policies. And so I think that the American people know the status quo isn't working, and they did not address how the status quo is going to change with 4 years of this president. In fact, I listened carefully to his speech. All I heard was more of the same failed policies instead of a vision for this country that Mitt Romney has, which is one that unleashes the power of the free enterprise system. Make sure that we have a positive climate for small businesses like this across the country that feel strangled by regulation right now. And by the way, we've got to get to a balanced budget. We have $16 trillion in debt. I'm so worried. My kids, every child in this nation is saying, pay this back if we don't take responsibility. Now this president's added $5 trillion to debt. I just think that the convention fell flat because it's status quo, and status quo is not good for America. It means more borrowing, more spending, more debt.
Thank you, Senator. And she suggested you answer. Do you have an answer to that as well?
I ditto her.